Fellow students, as you know, an internet troll by the name of SkankHunt42 has been harassing women and girls by making degrading comments on our school message board.
You won't believe this. Bella Ramsey is furious, and it's all because South Park just took direct aim at her in one of their most brutal episodes yet. The show's creators, known for mocking celebrities without mercy, decided to lampoon Bella in a way that had fans howling with laughter and Bella completely losing her composure. The episode didn't just poke fun at her acting, it dragged her entire public persona, her behavior on set, her interviews, and even her social media presence. And while the audience saw it as harmless satire, Bella took it personally, very personally. This is the story of how one animated episode sent her into a tailspin, exposed cracks in her public image, and reignited the debate over whether Bella Ramsey can handle fame at all.
Yes, maybe we can prop it open with something and you can slide. Whoa! Oh my god, what? Is it getting bigger? Stop it. No, seriously, what's with that? It's fine, Joel. Does it hurt? Joel, please, you're making me self-conscious. I'm sorry, it's just a little bit startling. Normal head, Joel, can we just get back to the door thing? It's planetary. Leave it. It's gonna have its own area code soon.
It all began when South Park released a new episode parodying the world of overhyped TV adaptations. The storyline followed a fictional actress clearly modeled after Bella, right down to the shaggy haircut, the monotone delivery, and the smug on-camera mannerisms she's been criticized for since her breakout role. The character was portrayed as self-important, constantly talking about breaking barriers and changing television, while completely missing the point of the story she was supposed to be telling.
I'm sorry. That was acting. That's what that was. I don't really care what happens with this movie. I really hope her career is pretty much over. I'd be thrilled to see that. I can't imagine. I mean, Chris.
When Bella Ramsey was cast,
had to not like each other for a bit.
You had to not like me, which
True.
came easy.
one of the episode's most viral moments was a scene where the animated Bella-like characters dramatically explained to a group of kids how she saved a popular franchise, only for the kids to point out that ratings had plummeted and fans had abandoned the show. The character then shouted, "It's not my fault the audience doesn't understand art," a line that many viewers felt was a direct jab at Bella's real-life responses to criticism. Fans immediately flooded Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit with side-by-side clips comparing Bella's past interviews to the South Park parody. The resemblance was uncanny, and the internet did what it does best. It ran with the joke. Memes exploded overnight, edits paired her real footage with the animated scenes, and hashtags mocking Bella trended for days.
Like most people, I liked the first season. I thought they did a great job. Season 2, I was skeptical on them not recasting Ellie and keeping Bella Ramsey as Ellie because it's supposed to take place 5 years into the future, but obviously Bella Ramsey in real life was not going to age that much in, the 2 years it took between seasons. So in the show, Ellie still looks exactly the same, but is supposed to be 5 years older. Also, Ellie still acts exactly the same. For some reason, they made the decision for The Last of Us Season 2 to make Ellie dumb, to the point where she even says that she's stupid. Why?
Now, most celebrities who get roasted by South Park either laugh it off or ignore it entirely. But Bella, she didn't take that route. According to multiple insiders, Bella was blindsided when she saw the episode. She reportedly found out about it from friends who texted her links, only to discover her mentions on social media filled with people quoting the episode's punchlines. Instead of brushing it off, Bella allegedly called her management team in a panic, demanding to know why the show's creators were allowed to make fun of her like that. She was said to be angry, not just because of the jokes, but because she felt the episode was damaging her reputation in Hollywood. In private, she complained that the parody was cruel and unprofessional, and she hinted that it might even affect her chances of landing future roles.
Up your impression at all, or is it pretty much the same?
Well, the noise is the same. I've not got any more noises in my back. The new infected are pretty terrifying. They're so smart, and they haven't really got a noise. That's the whole point of them. They're silent and terrifying.
Ooh, give us a little silent and terrifying.
Show is finally speaking out about its failure. The Last of Us creator Craig Mazin admits Season 2 was a finale, drew over 50% less than the finale of Season 1. You lost.
She then posted a vague Instagram story, a black background with white text that read, "Satire stops being funny when it punches down." While she didn't mention South Park by name, everyone knew what she was talking about. That post, intended as a subtle dig, only made the memes spread faster. Screenshots of her story were shared across fan forums, with commenters joking that she had taken the bait and given South Park exactly the reaction they wanted. The thing about South Park is that controversy fuels its popularity. Bella's angry reaction gave the episode even more attention than it would have had on its own. Viewership for the episode spiked after her post, and clips were shared by people who hadn't even watched the show in years. Fans of South Park argued that the parody wasn't mean-spirited, it was simply highlighting the criticism Bella had already faced over her acting style and public comments. But Bella's own behavior made it hard for her defenders to argue otherwise. Instead of addressing the criticism head-on or showing a sense of humor, she doubled down on the idea that she was being unfairly targeted. In one interview shortly after the episode aired, Bella dismissed South Park as irrelevant and lowbrow, but that comment backfired instantly. Clips of her calling the show irrelevant went viral, with people pointing out that South Park has been on the air for over 2 decades, winning awards and skewering some of the most powerful figures in pop culture. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. Bella, whose own show had just been canceled, was calling a long-running cultural institution irrelevant. Behind the scenes, Bella's reaction to the South Park parody didn't go unnoticed in the industry. Several casting directors privately remarked that she seemed thin-skinned and unable to take a joke. In Hollywood, where media scrutiny is a given, those are not qualities you want attached to your name. One industry insider claimed that Bella's handling of the situation was a PR nightmare. Instead of ignoring the parody and letting it blow over, she turned it into a multi-week story. Every time she commented, it kept the headlines going, the insider said. The smart move would have been to play along with the joke, maybe post her own parody video, but instead she fed the fire. Even fellow actors noticed. A few posted cryptic tweets about knowing when to laugh at yourself, which fans interpreted as subtle shade toward Bella. Bella was being seen as humorless and overly sensitive. 2 traits that can alienate both audiences and colleagues. Bella's fan base, already divided after the controversy surrounding her previous roles, fractured even further after the South Park debacle. Some loyal followers defended her, saying the parody crossed the line and was disrespectful. But many others took the opposite stance, arguing that if she wanted to be a public figure, she had to accept criticism, even in the form of comedy. On Reddit, threads popped up debating whether Bella's reaction was justified or self-sabotaging. The majority opinion leaned toward the latter. "She's making herself look worse," one user wrote. "It's just a cartoon. If she can't handle this, how's she going to survive the rest of her career?" Even on platforms where Bella had once been celebrated, like Tumblr and TikTok, creators began making videos about the situation, often mocking her over-the-top response. It became common to see comments like, "South Park didn't end her career, her reaction did. Why?" If Bella thought the controversy would stop with one episode, she was wrong. South Park has a history of revisiting targets who give them big reactions, and her very public meltdown made her an easy candidate for a follow-up. In the next season, they aired a brief gag referencing the original parody, showing the Bella-inspired character angrily tweeting about the show and claiming she was the victim of cartoon bullying. This brief callback sent Bella's critics into a frenzy of laughter. The fact that the writers had noticed her real-life reaction and decided to work it into a future episode only reinforced the idea that she had played directly into their hands. While some celebrity controversies fade within days, Bella's reaction to the South Park parody lingered. Months after the episode aired, interviewers were still asking her about it, much to her annoyance. Each time she tried to pivot the conversation, but the internet never really let it go. Casting rumors that once might have included her name now passed her by. Industry gossip suggested that producers worried she was too high maintenance or too quick to play the victim when things didn't go her way. Even if those perceptions weren't entirely fair, they were hard to shake once they became part of her public image. What's most striking about the whole saga is that Bella seemed to learn nothing from it. Instead of reflecting on why the parody resonated with so many people and why her reaction only amplified the joke, she dug in deeper, insisting she had been wronged. In doing so, she inadvertently confirmed one of South Park's core comedic points, that she takes herself far too seriously. The episode might have been just another week of comedy for South Park, but for Bella, it became a defining moment. And in Hollywood, how you handle yourself when the spotlight turns critical can make or break a career.